We must recognize the fact that we have a responsibility to our young people to assist them in every way possible in their journey toward maturity and adulthood. The gathering of life experience is a vital part in the process of maturation. Positive experiences help build healthy, mature individuals. Man learns better through experience than by any other method. No book or person can convey to us the totality of experiential learning. To truly know the weight of a heavy burden, we must first carry one. Self-confidence and self-esteem are built on the foundations of successful experiences. Accomplishing objectives we never dreamed we could accomplish, reaching goals we did not think we could reach. Maturation is a stretching process. We must make use of our body to really know its potential. We must strain our intellect for it to grow. Wilderness is an excellent surrounding for learning and maturing. Wilderness experiences offer a way for young people to achieve outside the framework of school, grades, and money. The Fresh Air Society, serving the Jewish community of metropolitan Detroit, Michigan, helps thousands of young people year-round gain access to the out-of-doors. The Society's most advanced wilderness camping and living program is conducted at the Charles N. Agri Outpost Camp in Wawa, Ontario. It is a program which gives one insight into nature, provides an unusual vantage point from which to view this planet, and perhaps offers a new perspective concerning man's role in the scheme of things. Why are these young men perched on a granite precipice 200 feet off the ground? And what is this ritual that involves ropes and hard hats, nylon webbing, and metal harnesses? This is an educational seminar. If it is our unfortunate cultural tendency to associate education and learning exclusively with the word classroom, so be it. Here is our classroom. The subject is rappelling, a mountaineering technique for lowering oneself, hopefully at a slow rate of speed, from high places. Here the student learns some practical aspects of geology, physics, geometry, biology, and gains a fuller understanding of such concepts as teamwork and responsibility. There are serious responsibilities here. Intense teamwork is simply a necessity. Instructional devices include 3 strands of 5,000-pound test nylon climbing rope, locking steel rings called carabiners, leather gloves, sturdy boots, and 1 medium-sized mountain. There is only 1 correct knot for the safety line. Under these circumstances, negligence is not acceptable. The ropes are tied to a handy tree. The running end of the rope is then threaded through the carabiners at the waist, over the left shoulder, behind the back, and through the right hand. The right hand controls the rate of descent. The participants learn a new appreciation for the word technique. Both campers and staff find this a stimulating experience. Safety factors dictate that the nylon rope be extremely elastic. So the first time that you lean back, lean over the edge, 50 feet above solid rock, the rope stretches, somewhat like a rubber band. Apprehension in this situation is not uncommon. But the ropes always seem to hold, and those who choose to try this exercise are pleasantly astonished at their newfound prowess. Though not pictured here, the physical plant of Agri Outpost consists of 9 permanent buildings. These people are clearing ground for the 10th building, which they will erect on this site. This is to be a camper-powered project. Campers are involved in every phase of the operation, including supervisory roles. Though this kind of physical labor might be considered unpleasant by some, these people view it as a unique educational experience. It is a chance to acquire valuable skills. Most of the crew hardly know how to use a hammer at the outset of the 8-week project. By its completion, they are cocky and self-assured. This fellow is 4'11", and he's in charge of everything he can lay his eyes on. How many 16-year-olds can claim that they actually built a building? And it is their creation. In the course of its construction, they will make a surprisingly large emotional investment in this inanimate object. As the structure nears completion, they often work till after dark. And when it is finished, they humbly bask in the glory of their accomplishment. The Outpost Olympics. This outpost party is on a 35-mile hike in northern Ontario's Agawa Canyon. For 3 days they will travel amid the forest, wildlife, and granite of an ancient river gorge, with Lake Superior as their destination. For half a day their course runs parallel to the railroad, and they follow the path of least resistance through the bush. But soon they will have to leave the tracks and head out on their own. Leaving the tracks is an important decision and must be made at the proper time. To make that decision requires certain tools to act as extensions of the senses. Without the map, the voyager is blind to what lies over the next hill. Without the compass, he is deaf to the singing of the Earth's magnetic field. But man's most important asset in the wilderness is the same thing which has made him dominant on Earth, his intelligence. With no street signs to do his thinking for him, he must truly use the sun and the stars to guide him on his course. The direction of the wind, the color of the sunset, the different varieties of cloud, all of these convey messages to which wilderness man must be receptive if he is to survive in comfort. There are subtle differences between wilderness man and his city counterpart. Wilderness man is truly a different being. He is no longer the creature who erects skyscrapers, harnesses atoms, drives autos, and blasts mountains into powder. Instead, he is a tiny and frail entity, dwarfed by the symmetry of nature and the majesty of the universe. No longer the conqueror and the spoiler of nature, but its companion. No longer alienated from nature, but part of it. Climbing to new heights, discovering new realities, seeking new horizons. For a native of urban America, the Outpost experience is an overwhelming one, so filled with new sights, sounds, and impressions that comprehending them immediately is virtually impossible. But luckily, the memories of Outpost Camp are not the kind that fade with time, but rather seem to grow more intense as years pass. This film was produced by Eric Lipson on a grant from the Shallot Fund. Original music by Ron Katz, played by Michael Janeway, Ron Katz, and Steve Lipson. Technical assistants Ed Pollack, Ken Phillips, Brad Walters, Michael Kulchevsky, and Leona Klein. Color by Producers Color Service.